Hello. Hello, I'm late. I'm late. It's been a hell of a time today. Slept too late. Did everything too late. But here I am. Anyway, yeah, just having a hell of a day. Stayed out too late. Drank too much. Slept too late. I'm just running behind. Oh, happy 4.25. Hey, buds. Happy 425. Or whatever it is. Busy afternoon. I say afternoon because I didn't get up till the afternoon. So I haven't smoked anything either. Hey, dog. Sang karaoke last night up at the bar. I got to get pretty fucked up to sing karaoke. So. And then I made the mistake of staying till closing. But everybody was singing and having a good time, so wanted to sing a second song, but they couldn't find the lyrics. So I don't usually sing more than one. But I was gonna. I was all set to do a second, but it didn't happen. So maybe if they can find the words by next week. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, Democrats want to make Washington, D.C. the 51st state. Lucy went up there and sang Wiggle, Wiggle, Wiggle all night long. No, I didn't. I sang Why Don't We Do It in the Road by the Beatles. I wanted to sing Harry Nilsson's You're Breaking My Heart. But I don't know, maybe next time they'll have the words. Dog was live late last night. And was he ever alive? Back to the news. See, governors control the National Guard in the 50 states that we presently have. And in Washington, D.C., the president controls the National Guard. So on January 6th, when we had all that shithouse crap going on, it was Trump who held back the National Guard. Okay? We wouldn't have had that riot if the National Guard had been called up early enough. But he saw to it that that didn't happen. Consequently, if Washington, D.C. were a separate state, the president wouldn't have that power. They'd be able to call up the National Guard themselves, not have to worry about it. Worry about some crazy ass in the White House. Stoney, welcome aboard. So I think that's a good idea. The GOP doesn't like it, and for good reason. Balance of power, because any senators that would be elected to the any politicians that would be elected to the Senate or the House of Representatives coming out of Washington, D.C. would most likely be Democrats. My nose is running. So they tend to be opposed. Any changes. Now, the people at D.C. would like it just fine. because they pay the highest federal taxes in the nation and have no representation. So talk about taxation without representation. Here they are living in the capital, and they don't have any representation. So I can see where being a state would be a good thing. So GOP is a lost soul now? Yes, they are. So, in fact, they've had over 30,000 have re-registered as Democrats in this country. And those are just in states where they keep track of that sort of thing and can report it to you. A lot of states don't even keep track on a regular basis of switches in party affiliation. I know they don't in Illinois, but they do in Pennsylvania, and that's where a lot of this has happened. In these swing states, as they call them, these states that Trump won last time and didn't win this time. Well, Republicans aren't going to win them again either. They really fucked up. Okay. So there aren't a lot of states that do report those changes in registration and party affiliation. So if we've gotten a report of 30,000 so far, you can bet there's a lot more out there. So the Department of Homeland Security has issued a warning on Wednesday, a growing threat of ideologically motivated violent extremists due to perceived grievances fueled by false narratives. You got that? We have internal strife. Okay, now the last time the Department of Homeland Security issued such a warning was in January of 2020. It was about Iranians. This ain't Iranians, folks. These are Americans. Okay? They're sweating it. This warning is in effect until April 30th. I think it was a flock of pedos. Well, that's the thing. I've been looking into this Q thing. Q is not an organization. Q is a philosophy. Okay. And it's hard to stamp out a philosophy. So well, you can't even call it a cult because it's not like they all gathered together someplace. It's really loosely knit together. Okay, it's just people with the same beliefs. So he was a character on Star Trek. Probably where they got the name. Okay, because that was a weird character. But this kind of a warning from the Department of Homeland Security is usually issued because of foreign threats, not domestic threats. Okay. So this is the first time that it's ever been issued because of domestic threats. So throughout 2020, Domestic violent extremists have attacked First Amendment protected nonviolent protesters all over the country. We saw it all last summer. So Homeland Security fears that that many of these groups have been encouraged by what happened on 1/6, and they anticipate more violence in the near future. For that reason, this is in effect until the end of April. So we'll see how it goes. A lot of loonies out there, you know. So Enrico Tarrio, head of the Proud Boys, it is revealed, has been working undercover for the FBI and local law enforcement for some time. Back in 2002, he got busted. Uh, he then turned undercover informant for the feds and local law enforcement, and was responsible for the conviction of over 12 individuals, 12 different cases. Of course, he's denying all of this. They have it in court records. Okay, both federal prosecutors and his own attorney have testified in court that yes, he is a government informant. And, not an easy thing to live up to when you're a Proud Boy, you know. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. Left will never be great again. Just ask him; he'll tell you. Yes. Well, we're number one and he's number two. So, I thought that was interesting that the head of the Proud Boys is anarchist group is an informant, you know, undercover to bust these people. Some anarchist, huh? So, how come lunatics always have three names? You ever notice that? Like Ian Benjamin Rogers of Napa, California. He's been threatening people online. Politicians and such. And they paid him a visit with a search warrant. They found 49 weapons, firearms, 5 pipe bombs, and the fixins for making more. And, he started with government funds and backing. He's no informant. It's a scam of misinformation to cover the truth. Sure. a true criminal. This guy had thousands of rounds of ammo in his house and carrying around a fake credit card. It said white privilege on the credit card. So, but he was going to blow up Democrats and the state capitol and social media locations if Trump wasn't reinstated as president. So, okay, figure out how the CIA was involved. I see. Okay. So, on a page, and wow, it's time for the weed of the week, which is smoking rather smoothly, I might add. It's Margie Mints. Margie Mints. And Margie Mints is a sativa dominant hybrid. And Margie Mints is 27.06% THC. And Margie Mints is pretty good. What you guys smoking? I'll pause and wait for an answer. Come on, you guys got to be smoking something. I can't be the only one getting high on this show. Am I? Come on, come on. Margie is so minty. She farts and it smells like water, like wintergreen. Oh, I hope so. What are you smoking, dog? A train? What train is that? A train. Take a train. Anybody else smoking? Stony, I know you're smoking. You're permanently lit. And Buds, what are you smoking out there? And where's everybody else today? Crappy day here. Gray, flurries. Nobody else is smoking, huh? Okay. I guess I'll move on. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's the U.S. Congresswoman from Georgia. Holy Grail weed, skunk booty rosin. Oh, cool. She's a QAnon supporter. And she's out of her fucking wig, okay? She claimed that the 2018 California wildfires were caused by space lasers. She claimed that the 2018 school shooting in Parkland, Florida was a false flag operation. She was recorded harassing one of the survivors, Dave Hogue, in 2019. He was one of the survivors who was, as a result of the shooting, was pro-gun control, and she chased him down the street, shouting questions and shit at him after school one day. Not case. She has endorsed the execution of Nancy Pelosi and other Democrats. She called for the impeachment of Joe Biden on day one of his administration. Cori Bush, who is a Democrat from Missouri, has asked that her office be moved somewhere else. She had the office next door to her because they had a confrontation in the hallway about Marjorie's refusal to wear a mask. And she claims that the 9/11 was a hoax. Okay. In a 2018 video, she claims that 9/11 was a hoax. A hoax. Okay. We didn't really see those planes crash into those two twin towers and aren't there anymore. It didn't really happen. Plane didn't really crash into the Pentagon. Okay. All those people that died, it didn't happen. They didn't die. They're still out there somewhere. Obama was a Muslim. The Clintons are murderers. And now she's been appointed to the House Education and Labor Committee. I don't think it's a good place for this woman to be. I mean, she thinks school shootings are bogus, and she thinks space lasers are coming out of the sky. Space lasers coming out of the sky might have been lightning. It's a possibility. Might have been lightning. You see flashes coming out of the sky that start fires on the ground. Maybe it wasn't space lasers. Maybe it was lightning. It's a possibility. You might want to take that under consideration. What's it say here? Saying he's wrong. It's amazing what they can do with 3D effects. Yes, right. The towers are there, but Doctor Who is hiding them. See, I thought maybe it wasn't Doctor Who. I thought maybe it was like David Copperfield. You know, now you see him, now you don't. H7, welcome aboard. Hiding the truth about space lasers. Yeah, they're not. It's not really lightning. It is actually space lasers. Is that what you're saying? That's what started the brush fires. Uh, and welcome aboard, H7. And this woman is so full of this fucking QAnon bullshit. Just unbelievable. Lengths to which people will go to believe bullshit. You know? So that's all I have in the way of news. So now we can just talk. It's a sausage fest in here today. What's going on? So I'm going to Arizona pretty soon. Let's see. Today's the 30th. I leave on the 11th February. So I'm looking forward to that. LD. I didn't know you spoke Spanish. Slaw Saturday. You making slaw? Italian and Spanish, I see. So, are you making slaw, dog? Oh, slow. Yeah, it is slow. Now, what are you going to do? I just sit here and chat with you guys, even if it is a sausage fest. Um, I saw my bestie the other day. When was that? Oh, yesterday. I went to the dispensary. You know, she's been buying most of her stuff in Arizona since it's so much cheaper now. But she had all these loyalty points from the dispensary here. So I texted her and told her I was going to the dispensary. And she said, well, let me tag along, use up my loyalty points. Well, that's not possible because guess what, folks? She gained loyalty points. So it's a never ending battle. She'll never be able to use them all because every time she goes there to spend them, she'll gain more points. I, Dog came over Thursday, and shortly after he left, I discovered that my furnace wasn't working. And it's effing cold here right now. It was, I don't know, I think it got down to 15 that night. And I texted him the following morning, and he went into total panic mode over my plants. It was like, move them into the smallest room you have and drag a space heater in there and do this and do that. I said, chillax. It's overnight. Temperature dropped like 10 degrees. And by 1:30 in the afternoon, it was all fixed and warm and everything was fine. I have a neighbor who's a heating and air conditioning guy, and
he took care of it in a jiffy. He had the parts in his house, so worked out swell. So all fixed. No trauma. Oh, dog. And Buds, you might be interested in this too. And anybody else? Tony, H7? Anybody doing a grow might want to know this. Remember, dog, I told you about using club soda. You said, what would be the point? Because the carbon dioxide is absorbed by the leaves, and you need to use it as a gas. Well, I got the information wrong. What you do is you water them with club soda periodically during the budding stage, and it gives the buds a boost. Strange, I know, it sounds strange, but that's what you do, is it gives the buds a boost. The carbon dioxide in the soil gives the buds a boost. So at the start of your budding stage, start periodically watering them with club soda, and it gives the buds a real shot in the ass. They like really blow up. So that's the word on that from Mike. Yep, seltzer water. Strange as it may seem. And I've been watching some stuff on YouTube too about people doing strange things with other stuff, like putting additives into your seed soaking, stuff like that, to energize the seed. Stuff like Atlantic sea kelp, things like that. I might experiment. Putting nutrients directly into the seed before you plant it. Kind of sounds kind of weird, I know, but this guy says it works. Might be worth a try. What was this other thing this guy says? Rather than using a red light during budding, use a ceramic metal halide bulb, and it turns your plants at the bud stage. Use a ceramic metal halide bulb, and your plants will turn purple. So, something to consider too. You want purple plants. What's up, Buster? You want to go outside? Okay. Be right back, folks. Dog wants out. Heidi, going out? Going outside? Okay.
Well, I just asked you if you wanted to go out, and you were nowhere to be found. Oh, goofy dogs. Be right back. Come on. What's the first Biden scandal? I don't know. I don't think there's been one yet. So we'll have to wait and see. Mhm. Isn't anything terrible yet that I know of. So you could always make one up, put it online, see how far it goes. You know, it's always that chance. You know, you can start one. It's what people do these days, isn't it? Start one about his dead wife or his dead kids or something. You know, somebody who can't defend themselves. That's the Trump way. How'd that movie night stream go, dog? Get a movie night. You didn't tell me you had a movie night. I do like MST 3K, you know. Sit here munching popcorn, talking bad about the movie we're watching. Cool Hand Luke last night. You showed Cool Hand Luke? You didn't tell me. I didn't show because you didn't tell me. There's going to be snow tomorrow. There's snow today. He never tells me when he's going to be on. He just pulls his shit and then I find out after. Dogs again. Come on, Buster. Buster, get in the house. Bus. What? So, snow alert. How much are we supposed to get tomorrow? I was just looking on my phone here. What's your storm warning? Snow shower wind feels like 20. High winds, 100% chance of snow this evening. 90% overnight. What the fuck? I don't like that. 80% chance of snow tomorrow. You guys got to come over and shovel me out. So when are you going to do that? So, what's this? What about Thursday? Frustrating how that happens. If you're going straight up, it means it's drinking water. Up to 9 inches. Oh, man. Means I got to call Tyler so he can fucking dig me out. But I better go get my snow shovel out of the garage first. Crap. I should have gone to Nevada this week. When you're doing a newer movie next time. Katie, welcome aboard. It's that time of day. It's just, I don't know. It's like gray and dark right now. Just starting to get dark, you know. Thank you for the flowers. Well, it was a regular sausage fest in here until you showed up. There. I think I'm through coughing now. No. You're on the phone with your friend in England. Oh. It was the Vienna Sausage Fest. You showed up. I see. No comment. You like sausage? Well. uh, wonder
if snow would work for bubble hash. Yeah, why not? Cold is cold, right? Do it inside a snowman. Build a snowman crock. We'll try tomorrow, huh? Okay. What time you want us over there? We'll try it too. Oh, I did a whole thing on her. I did a whole thing on her and all the crazy shit, and then they put her in fucking education. Can't believe it. Put her on the Education and Labor Committee. You use snow in a bong with wine? Oh, sounds good. Cool and refreshing. That's it. Yeah, I went over a list of her crazy shit. You know, like the lasers starting brush fires in California. Is Biden a lizard man? I don't know. Although alcohol filters THC, so loss of potency in smoke. Sangria hits. I still want to infuse some alcohol using a whipped cream bottle and nitrous oxide. Let's see how that goes. Because it's supposed to be pretty good. Because then drinking infused alcohol, it goes through your kidneys and your liver instead of through your digestive system. So you get hit with right away like you do when you drink. You get hit with the weed and the alcohol real quick. So, use like whipped cream bottle. There's a guy who wrote a whole cookbook on infusing alcohol, making cocktails and that sort of thing, using a whipped cream bottle and N2O, and even infusing other things for making virgin cocktails. Uh, so I used to have a picture of it in my phone, and I deleted the picture for some reason. But the guy's on YouTube. That's where I first saw him. There's infused beer already. Well, I had cannabis beer in the Netherlands. Uh, I don't know if it was infused with cannabis or just made from cannabis, but it had a big leaf on the bottle, on the label. I have the bottle, in fact. I saved the bottle. You use all kinds of booze in your bong? The first lizard president, another first for America. He does have kind of a lizardy mouth, I have to admit. The train is good. Okay. You say so? You know, I'm doing that on purpose. Ever play a high card, low card for shots of beer? We used to play bottle cap for shots of beer. So, you know, you had to put the bottle cap off your thumb into someone's glass. And if they got it in their glass, they had to do a shot of beer. A shot of beer doesn't sound like much. But if you do 40 of them, that's a lot of shots of beer. A train has pink buds. Growing. What color are its buds when it goes by? So, why can't I keep this lit? Yeah, a shot of beer a minute. It's a good way to get going. 2 can people can pass out with a 6-pack from the fumes from the phone. It's really weird how it works. Dry sift the wheat before making hash. Dry sift the wheat before making hash. Sure. Me too. Went into a place in Amsterdam one time, and this guy had a loaf, like a small loaf of bread, and he was just slicing off that thing like slices of bread. Just it was so cool. Thank you, 87. Yeah, it was so nice to just be able to go into a store and buy it. You know, sit down in a coffee shop. It got so complicated the last time we were there because they were separating cigarette smokers from weed smokers. If you were a cigarette smoker, you know, like if you wanted to smoke a spliff, you had to go into a separate room. Or if you were a cigarette smoker and you want to smoke cigarettes, you had to go into a separate room. And then some of the coffee shops wouldn't let you smoke weed in their coffee shops, but they had a bar across the street, you know, a brown tavern where you could go and you could smoke there because they allowed cigarette smoking there. So you could buy your weed and then go across the street to the bar and sit in the bar and smoke weed and drink if you wanted. You know, when I first started going to Amsterdam, a lot of the coffee shops had bars, you know, had alcohol. But then they were getting lumped together with all the crime statistics with all the bars. And I said, well, the crime isn't happening here. We'll surrender our liquor licenses to prove it to you. And they did, and they did. except it was really nice to have like a Heineken and sit there and smoke a joint, you know. You can still do that in Rotterdam and other cities. So just Amsterdam that gave that up. You had a friend who had a camel turd from Amsterdam. I mean, from Afghanistan. You know, that's mostly what they sold there was Afghani hash. It's imported, you know. I can send you moose turds. Real commercial product. Maine. 420. Happy 420, everybody. Robert Burke, welcome aboard. Oh, I got a runner. I guess you're not interested, Katie. Yeah, it's the WoW is Margie Mints. The WoW is Margie Mints, and it's a sativa dominant hybrid at 27.06% THC. Okay. So I should do that every time it's 420, I suppose, huh? Mints, yes. It's Margie with a Y, not an IE. You spelled her name wrong. Just saying. Hard to tell. Let me take a drink of water and then I'll let you know after the next hit. Still hard to say. I can't stop coughing. Get everything going here. Eyes watering. What do you want, Buster? Can't taste anything with my nose. Let's try that again. Yeah, and kind of a minty greenish taste. I kind of like it. Katie, my fingers are tired from typing in the last couple of days. I've been moderating on a couple of channels. I've been hit here by trolls. Oh, I grok you, Katie. How do you know I was talking about Margie? Over there assuming. See how you are. I knew you were talking about Margie because you wrote Margie. Wouldn't that make sense? Oh, talking about my Margie. I see. I have no idea. I made the presumption. I don't assume, I presume. Whack a draw. Yeah. Sure. He gets agitated sometimes because he can't sit on my lap. Can't get up here when I'm on. There's not enough space. I have a table tray here between my knees and the laptop slid forward. So that's what he wants right now. Is he wants to come up here. Well, let's see. See if we can fix it. Come on, boy. Come on. Now, there he is, my 82-pound lapdog. So that's my Buster. As a might, I feel it's my duty to do the trolling so nobody else needs. The local tarot card readers collect a lot of weirdos, but it's always interesting. Yeah. Oh, Buster, what you doing here? Can't turn around. Hey, Buster, what, are you going to take over the show? You can't sit like this. You're going to have to get down. Come on. We can't sit like this. My puppy Buster. But you can't sit like this. You know you don't sit like this. Come on, get down. You have to get down. Come on. Go sit in your chair. That's a good boy. Yeah, he sits up here, but there's just not enough room right now. So. And the Buster show. Oof. Yes. Oof, oof. Yeah, he's a good dog, but he is a lap dog. He thinks he's 10 pounds, and he's not. I like him. So anyway, where is it? Joint. Yeah, what movie are you going to show? Be a good co-host for the dog pound. Oh, 80s. Just newer. Want something newer, huh? Oh, Vanity Fair had an article about Mnuchin's wife's new movie. Many people tuned in. Yeah. Now that's a great movie, huh? What's her movie about, Katie? Oh, that's a good crowd, dog. Sheets a part of the male anatomy. Not interested in watching that. Even if it's just the great toe, okay? I don't want to see her eat any part of anybody in a male. Nothing. People eating is wrong, folks. Okay. I'm just saying. Any kind of people eating any part. I don't give a shit what it is. Near finger, your naughty bits. Nuh-uh. Yeah, Jeff Dahmer. Yeah, you don't do a Dahmer. Yeah, no. Tastes like chicken. I don't know. It's the wife of a was in charge of the U.S. Treasury. Yeah, well, and look at him though. Who'd marry that? I mean, seriously, who'd marry that? Look at the guy. Could you wake up every day and face that across the breakfast table? Yeah, I'm sure he was one huge blackhead. mean, he was a massive zit. My hair's turning gray. Not for long. Not for long. It's just the light reflecting. See, it's really still quite blue in the back. This was what was orange. This is what is growing out. See the difference? Still pretty blue in the back. At least I got some. Yes, yes, indeed. Superman blue now. Yeah, used to be Bears blue. Now I'm just super. See? Nobody noticed that I got it cut though. That's what I'm surprised. Okay, that's what surprises me. It's nobody noticed I got it cut. You got a stony on your nose. No, you got a Minuchin on your nose. Pinks, oranges, and purples can fade faster than greens and blues. Yeah. Although my stylist told me that if you want to get the color out of your hair, strip it quickly, so that you can move on to something else. To use Dawn dishwashing liquid, that'll strip the color out of your hair rather quickly. So, but before I get it done, that's what I'm going to do with this. So, just to help blend. Hearts and farts both fade away. Yeah, it is a great song. I know what song you mean. Not everybody would, but I know what song you mean. uh, Jack Benny. Jack Benny wrote a country song. It was, if you say, I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. Was the title. He's makes sense. Fun plus hydrogen peroxide is also a great stain remover. It will not damage the material. Better than bleach. Yes, and great for taking out grease spots in clothing. Just putting it on directly before you put it in the wash. Take grease spots out of clothing. Bang your partner? What? I beg your pardon. It even removes set-in stains. Yes, it's great stuff. Washing greasy hair. Your corner. Yeah, well, they have quite a line of products. They're all good too. That new crap they have that you spray on greasy pans and stuff and cleans themselves. Actually works quite well. Spray on dishes and they wash themselves. Roll on you on your gun scope. I see. Dog the animal trainer. Trying to keep us under control. Yeah. Just don't give dog a pistol. You know what happened to the last guy that had a pistol and a weapon? He ran for governor and ended up in prison. So you don't want to see that happen. Yeah, it's the chair. Watch out for the chair. Uh, went to this. We went to this hippie circus way, way long time ago. Needless to say, since I'm calling it a hippie circus, but the guy going around selling snow cones, and he's going snow cones, snow cones, and guy going around selling cocaine. Selling coke, and he's going cocaine, cocaine. They had a lion tamer, and these were some tired old lions. I don't know if they even had teeth. Okay, but he'd been working with these lions for a long time, probably living with these lions, but anyway, he had this lion uh, was down lying on the ground, and he went up to the lion. This lion's just laying on its side like it's sleeping. He walked up to the lion and told him to get up on the perch, and the lion didn't move. And he walked over to the head of the lion and yelled down into its ear, get up on the perch. The lion rolled over, just laid there. He went over and he went over to the lion and he yelled, I got a gun. And the lion jumped up and got on the perch. That's how well trained this lion was, of course, But it was a very funny act, even though the tired old lions, like I say, they've been working with this guy for who knows how long. But the whole thing was just a bunch of hippies running the circus, like the clowns were selling tickets out front, and then inside, they were concessioners when they weren't performing and that sort of thing. So it was a lot of fun. Uh, uh, so, the lions had been pulled over before. Work on a spouse. I'll give it a try, Stony. Let me know. Get back to me on that. Yeah. I mean, we know how that works out for you. Then I'll give it a try or not. Yeah. Yeah, if you can still type, let us know how that goes. Spouse Oregon, huh? Yeah. Well, if you have one, you shouldn't have the other. That's for sure. My gun, I got a spouse. Exactly. You don't need one if you have the other. You shouldn't have one if you have the other. Or if you do have it, the other one shouldn't know about it. Oh, you were a one-time short timer, and all she did was fracture your back once. You're signaling you have a machete. Uh, can you set a spouse trap somewhere? I was just wondering. Notice I said that quietly. Well, she's got to supply them for Mnuchin's wife. Well, you could always give yourself a beaver. Just use the cleaver. Yeah, but Ward was hard on the beaver. That's a problem there. Ward was pretty hard on the beaver. June said, "You're not going to learn about it." I just figure, after an evening of pleasure, you could always turn those over to Mnuchin's wife. Give her something to do. She's something to chew at the foot of the bed. While he masturbates to math books. If you want him to come back, well, it's your option at the door. You decide. You got shit to do, but ain't gonna do it. Yeah, I know. I gotta switch water. Have to make some more water. Machete, the silent killer. Yeah, deep wounds too. Lop off a noggin with that. He's a Proud Boys come to visit. Huh? I had a story on them too. Seems the leader of the Proud Boys was a government informant. Got busted back in 2002, and he was a undercover informant for the FBI and local law enforcement in 2004. He denies all of this. You'll be interested in this. I know you will. So let me find this again. Enrico Tarrio, Proud Boys leader, federal and local informant. He was, 2012, he was busted. In 2014, according to court documents, confirmed that he helped in over a dozen FBI cases. Torrio denied it last week, but both prosecutors and his own attorney have testimony in court papers that he was an undercover informant. He worked undercover for the FBI. So I don't imagine he'll be leader of the Proud Boys much longer. So I kind of stepped in his own shit. Yeah, he's a rat. So they shouldn't be too proud of that, eh? He's in protective custody. Wow, that's mighty nice of them to do that for him, isn't it? You just sold 3 more bricks of FUD? To who? No, it wasn't to your stepfather. You don't like your FUD. It's not even loaded FUD. But yeah, I had that story in there. And then all the shit I had on Marjorie, the California wildfires, endorsing the execution of Pelosi and other Democrats, impeaching Biden on day one, Cory Bush moving her office, the 2018 video for claiming that 9/11 was a hoax, that Obama was a Muslim, Clintons were murderers, the Parkland, Florida school shooting was a false flag, and video of her harassing David Hogg, Hogg, I guess it is with an E on the end, in 2019. And then being appointed in the Committee on Education and Labor. So that's what I covered there on her. So, just to recap. I can see the screen better without the glasses. But I Tara. You'd like 5 minutes alone with her? With who? With Marjorie? I don't know. I wouldn't take that long and put a bullet in her head. She's an idiot. Yeah, precisely. You know, send her back to the country she came from. Did a good interview on CNN about her harassing him. It was before she was elected to Congress that happened. It was all, I had to engage with people like her. I just walk away. Yeah, that's what he did. He just kept walking. I saw the video. And she's like ranting in the street in front of a camera. And he's just walking away. She's yelling and screaming. She's nuts. Obviously nuts. Yeah, well, and this was in 2019. He was 19 years old at the time. You know, and a survivor of this school shooting. You know, yeah, yeah, yeah. He, yeah, he let her make a fool of herself on film. You know, she looked like an idiot. You know, and then she stands there and says, "I'm a gun owner." You know, and all this kind of shit. Well, now you look like more of an idiot. Kids got killed. You look like an idiot. Yeah. Take care. See you, dog. See you tomorrow. She looked like some raving lunatic running down the street after this kid. He wouldn't even turn around. Never looked her in the face. Yeah, she said, "I carry a gun." So, uh, yeah, get H7 a sandwich while you're out there. Yeah, well, they didn't want to talk to her. Katie, right now, she's yelling at him. I'm packing the coin, and yeah, my purse. Yeah, yeah, and you're a survivor of something like that, and you're going to stop to talk to somebody with a loaded gun. Yeah, what the fuck's a quinine? It's an ammo ACL. Oh, an amino acid. Oh, quinine. Yeah. But why would she say that? You know, I mean, what would be the purpose of saying that to somebody? Autocorrect. Oh, I have a gun in my purse. I see. So she said, I have a gun in my purse. I'm going to stop for somebody that says I have a gun in my purse. So, I mean, I'm, I'm going to run. Somebody says I got a gun in my purse. Okay. I don't know about you, but I'm certainly not going to confront somebody who says, possessed fingers. I have possessed fingers and I have a gun in my purse. That's a lunatic talking to you. There's no two ways about it. That's a crazy person. I'm not defending myself. I'm getting the fuck away. You're right. She's giving you a reason to defend yourself, but I'm getting the fuck out of there. Okay. My finger are possessed, and I have a gun in my purse. Whoa. That's that's just wackadoodle there. She's got a half a deck. And this is a 19-year-old kid and a woman with a camera running after you, with a guy with a camera running after you. Oh, you're talking about your fingers. Oh, your fingers are possessed. Okay. Who possesses your fingers? Can you get them back? What do you mean your fingers are possessed? This kid is a shooting survivor. She's telling him how safe she feels, how safe she feels. She's packing a gun in her purse. Oh, I see. Your fingers are possessed. Oh, I got you. Yeah, well, she might feel safe as she likes, but somebody coming up to me on the street after being in a horrific situation that involved guns, telling me that she feels safe because she's packing a gun. Okay, and she's running after me with a camera. I think I'm going to be saying, "Get away from me, lady." If I say anything to her at all, or I'm going to be like running away from her because she's got a fucking gun. Okay. I'm not interested in hearing about somebody who's got a gun. at that point in my life. And I believe he's like an anti-gun advocate at this point in his life. If I'm not mistaken, right? At least that's what I understand. Oh yeah, you mentioned that. You've been chasing off a lot of trolls. Whack-a-troll. You've been on whack-a-troll patrol. Well, I'll stop asking so many questions. Who do you talk to about your fingers? Have you considered a TENS unit? I find them to be most effective for all sorts of aches and pains. Lidocaine lotion. Huh? Yes, you do. They're cheap on Amazon. They don't cost much. You get a tiny little one. I have a real little one. Comes with all kinds of different patches and connections. And it's got like 6 different massage settings, different ones that work hits on, and then it's got it goes up scales that you can't even stand. Grow supplies. Oh, yeah, I'm getting close to harvest on a couple of mine. The other one's going to take a little longer. You have a baby seed tail you just planted on the full moon. Oh, cool. You drop out $50 when you visit the grocery store. Hey, buds, they can sell clones now in Illinois. I bestie got a message from the guy who renews our med cards, and you can sell clones in Illinois now. I don't know what the deal is, but apparently it's legal now. So, you have enough green bicycles to last 5 years. Sell them in Oregon and the grocery store. What are green bicycles? I don't know what they are. someone's plane. Yeah, I don't know what they are. Green bicycles, green bicycles. Getting some back mono locally. The shit stinks. Almost 420. Okay. Let me take a couple of hits off of this one here. Will we remember? I don't know. All we can do is wait and see, right? Of course. I have help with that. Counting on my help. So nobody told me what green bicycles were. Buds, since you have 5 years supply, why don't you fill me in? Elephant shit, really? It's just barely composted. I don't imagine they're very efficient, are they? Found a zip of hatred. Oh, there you go. Buds must have run out on us. A zoo dream. A zip of hatred. Okay. Supposed to be good for tomatoes. Oh, if it's good for tomatoes, it's good for wheat. I would suspect. What do you think? Be pretty much the same. I would think. Of course, horses would seem to me they seem to be the least efficient at processing food, what they eat. I mean, by the looks of it, you know. And cows, they process the shit out of it. Okay. I mean, they process the daylights out of it, cows. I mean, you figure if it goes through 4 stomachs, there ain't much left by the time it gets there. No peeing. Hippo is supposed to be good too. Oh, she can't pee. It's not allowed. I see. I always tell people to help themselves. Go help yourself. That's only fair that they do it themselves. don't need to get involved. Hope y'all are hungry. Yeah. 200 pounds. Watch that series, Vikings. They're showing the final season on Prime TV. And these guys left Iceland because some crazy shit was going around killing everybody. And they went to Greenland, where, of course, there ain't anything to live on, you know. So then there's some crazy, a whale washes up. So they thought, all right, you know, we got something to eat. Except this one guy says, no, he's on my land and you can't have any. He's my whale. So there's a big battle fighting over this whale. Finally, everybody runs away from him, gets on the fucking boat and leaves. And he's stuck with the fucking whale all by himself. And now he's got a whale. And he's in Greenland. And the whale's just washed up on the fucking beach, freezing solid. And he's all alone. And I'm sure he doesn't have any fire or anything to burn there. But he's got food. So beats the shit out of me what he's going to do with this whale. But there it is. Unfortunately, all people on the boat have no fucking place to go. When what they should have done is just kill the fucking guy in Iceland to begin with, and they could have just all stayed there and lived happily ever after. I don't know. Bunch of dumbasses. Yes, indeed we are. So, it seems to be how it goes for some folks, I guess. You know, what are you going to do? Life's a tragedy. Learn to live with it. You got a package. Oh boy. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? You can open it. You can open it. You can open it. You can open it. 4 lighters from Denver, Colorado. Oh, cool. Hold them up. Show us. Yeah, hold them up and show us. Well, those are nice. Just what you wanted. Those are the ones you wanted, right? Or clipper lighters. With skulls on them. Oh, yeah. Those are the ones you wanted, right? Happy 420, everybody. Oh, sugar skulls. Nice. That's tasty. Mighty tasty. You should have used one of the new lighters. See, that's why the new lighters came. So you wouldn't torch your thumb. It was an omen. See, use me thing. That's what it was. You didn't pick up on that? Oh, see, they came to keep you from burning your thumb today, and you didn't use them. Should have picked up on the signal. Yep. Oh, burned your thumb last night doing the same thing. You need a different bulb. Mustaches and eyelashes. Yeah. Yeah. Mustaches, especially. Yeah. Singe those away. When you do dabs, you use a nectar collector. Some things get hot as fuck. I know I'm real careful. I still end up touching myself someplace with the damn thing. But I have a ceramic tip on mine. It stays warmer longer. I don't have to keep heating it up, heating it up, heating it up. You do look weird with no eyelashes. It's weird when you see a woman who takes her eyelashes completely off and then paints them on. There's a biker chick down the street who does that. Maybe they blew off in the wind or something. I don't know. Because there's no helmet laws in Illinois, so it might have happened. Black Arena, course thingy. Front one. That has a lid. I forgot what they're called. Yeah, I'm not sure either. So, yeah, I like my nectar collector. My bestie has a setup, though. She has an e-nail, with a glass bong electric setup. She can set the temperature. That is sweet. You really get the taste of the terpenes just right. She has one here. She has one there. And that is a nice setup. And boy, that thing stones me more so than using the nectar collector. That thing just really stones me. I don't know what it is about it. It just it's like the perfect hit, you know. Well, you'll see sometime or another in the future. Huh. Get a silicone nectar collector with the metal tip. And the metal tip would fall out when okay. It would get slippery. I don't know. I don't like silicone shit at all. Oh, this is a big glass bong, and then it has a metal bowl, and it's hooked up to a thermostatically controlled little box, and you set the temp of the metal bowl, and you put the shit in the metal bowl. And it has a cap that goes on it, and then you hit off the bong, and it's all glass. It's then you just wiggle the tab on the cap of the metal bowl to control your hit, and it's oh no waste, because it's all metal in there, and there's doesn't it's all flat, and it's just a little metal hot plate. So it's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's called an e-nail. Check them out online. You buy the thing, and then you pick out various bongs that fit it, and they're pretty cool. You buy the electrical setup for it, piece your unit together. She took one out there to Arizona and then broke it. She shattered it, and she sent me a picture. She said, you know, she called that one the joyful noise. She said, I broke the joyful noise, and she showed me a picture of the shattered bong. And then she says, got me a new one. There was a picture of the new one. It's like, oh my God, trying to do to me. Uh, she showed her husband Mike the broken bond, and within 15 minutes time he was on the phone looking for places if he could find one to replace it. So they got a replacement, and they're all set. uh, they were out the door in no time. So found some place that could, they had one that would fit. But I'm not crazy about the one they have at the house here. They bought to replace the joyful noise. It's kind of a funny shape. So, yeah, how is your mom doing, bud? You're always spaced out. We all know that. We all know that. Coughing on. Learning to blow glass. Ooh, that sounds cool. Don't inhale. My only advice is don't inhale. Just hold this in. Oh, nobody's that old. Yeah, glass blowing. That's an interesting hobby or profession even. But yeah, I did stained glass. Glass blowing. It always scared me being around all that heat. It's not being around all that sharp for me. Uh, yeah, that's a cool thing to do. Yeah, wish you luck with that. We know how it goes. Be interested in seeing some of your work. Sin is old, yes, but yeah, glass. I used to do clay pottery and such, and that like glass blowing. Sometimes you don't know until the very end uh, whether or not it's a success. After the firing, you could end up with a broken piece of crap. You can get all the way to making something beautiful and only end up breaking it. Trying to remove it from the pipe. So I wish you a lot of luck with that. Honestly, it's an interesting hobby. Sure takes some practice. There's a place just over the Illinois-Indiana state line, a head shop that has a glass blower there that makes pipes and such. I've been thinking of going over there and getting a bong custom made because I haven't been able to find anything here I like online and such. So maybe I'll have them make something for me. Mom would be 100 in May for 11 plus years. They loved my glass from not too much money. Seeing glass is cool. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed doing it until I started shaking so much that I couldn't do it anymore. Slumped glass. What is slumped glass? Is it like melting glass in a kiln? Sort of thing? And that's what I'm saying, age 7. That's why I want to go across the state line there and see what the guy will blow me. Not if he'll blow me, but what he'll blow me. I'm gone. So you're going to be working on a bong for yourself there. And melting glass in a kiln, patterns and such. Kind of like mosaics without any kind of mortar. A melty mosaic. Long gone. Yeah, that's an interesting art form, Katie. Uh, Another form of art, glass. It's just the the medium itself, working in glass. Period, is just so much fun because it's it's not a solid; it's a super cool liquid. And there aren't a lot of things out there that'll just run for you if you heat it up a little bit. You know, and it comes in colors and light shines through it, and it's beautiful stuff. You know, and you can mix it in so many different ways. I mean, you can take solid pieces and lie them down next to one another, or you can take uh, translucent pieces and swirl them into one another, like H7 will be able to do when he melts them and swirls them into one another, or like you'll be able to do when you melt them together. You layer and different translucent glasses or different transparent glasses on top of one another, be able to blend colors together. So it's just glass in any fashion or description. Any way you want to work with it is just a great medium to work in. I just always liked glass. That's a good idea. H7, work with a pro in a real shop. I learned from a fellow who was a professional. So you can get a kiln for your microwave. You can make slump glass jewelry. Oh, cool! It's in your microwave, huh? That's really interesting for little projects like that. Huh? Yeah, that's neat. I think I'm going to wrap things up, folks. If I can find my mouse. But it's been a pleasure having you folks this afternoon. And thanks for coming over. And uh, see you Tuesday. Just cannot use the microwave to cook food in afterwards. Oh, well, okay. Well, I got an old microwave. So that'd be the one to do it in, huh? Use as a kiln. So it's going to be dinner time. I don't know what we're having. Oh, I no, I still can't have the lobster bisque. I didn't bake the bread. So it's your birthday Wednesday. Well then, Gee, who you want to hear on Tuesday? Who you want to hear on Tuesday? Give that some thought. I know, but who do you want to hear? You pick the artist. I'll let you do that. Who do you want to hear? Pink Floyd. Okay. Okay. I'll do some research, some band research, and I'll play some music. Some Pink Floyd music. How's that? For Katie's birthday. This is, I think, the first time I've ever announced in advance who the band will be. So keep that in mind, folks. You can always put in a birthday request for the band you want to hear, or a request if you like. So we're going to Pink Floyd it on Tuesday. And remember, there's nothing funny about peace, love, and understanding. And I hope to see you Tuesday, folks. If not, there's always next week. Bye now. We'll see you.